Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nenye Eze, Igbo girl for life. Okay guys, if you are new to my channel, let me just introduce myself to you. My name is Sonia Eze Chine, aka Nenye Eze, and I'm Igbo from Anambra State. You know, if you want to know everything about me, just go and check my intro video. I'm gonna put it somewhere up. Yeah, so watch that and get to know about me, or you guys can request Q&A. I don't know, they said I should do what my subscribers want, right? So yeah, anyways, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I see your love, I see your support, I see everything. I read the comments and it's just like so people are actually watching this, so people are actually like amused, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe with me and choosing to actually be on this journey with me. I love you guys so much. God bless you. So guys, today's video was actually highly requested from my comment section, from my Instagram, from my WhatsApp, I don't know, from different platforms, even from my personal friends. They were like, why don't you do a video on why you hid your pregnancy? So I'm like, okay, so just like the topic says, why I hid my pregnancy. Okay, so basically I don't think there's a particular reason to why I actually hid my pregnancy. I just feel like everybody has what they want to actually keep private. I don't know if you get me. Like, do you get me? Do you guys? The African mentality, yeah, where people are like, if you tell people you're pregnant, something will happen to your baby, or if you tell someone the sex of your baby, the sex can actually change, or I don't know, those African mentality. I am she, yes, I believe in those things. Yes, I do. I'm this kind of person that I'm so good with following like rules. Like, I follow rules a lot, like I obey rules. So yeah, I'm just like, if people are actually saying this, there's actually a little bit of truth to it. So me, I cannot come and be darling, I cannot. So yes, I actually believe in those things. So should I say that's why I actually hid my pregnancy? Well, I guess so. I just wanted to keep it private. My first baby, I actually did not, show off on Instagram or any other social media that I was pregnant. And besides, I have insecurities, guys. Pregnancy humbles me a lot. Like, all them big nose, them big lips, them dark neck, everything. Guys, it humbles me a lot. So yeah, like, and I'm this type of person, I don't like to be seen in my worst, even though I actually ended up posting my delivery video. Yes, if you haven't seen my birth vlog, you guys, what are you waiting for? It's up here. Please click and watch. Thank you so much as you do so. So anyways, pregnancy is something that is so dear to me. Like, whenever I have friends that are pregnant, like, I just feel like I have to be there. Like, it is a whole game-changing situation, you guys. Like, I don't think it's that, I don't joke, I don't mess with it. During my first baby, like, I did not even go out through my pregnancy. Like, throughout my pregnancy, I did not go out. That is how dear pregnancy is to me. So yes, I take it so serious. Like, I take it really, really so seriously. I just feel like that's the stage that you're trying to nurture your child to actually stay in their womb without coming out. Yes. So privacy is one of the reasons I hid my pregnancy, and superstitious beliefs is another reason I hid my pregnancy. Yes, so yeah, and I think my husband is another reason too. So yeah, baby, you're watching this video, I love you. And also guys, I also want to reply some questions that were actually popping up so much on my YouTube comments during my birth vlog video. Yeah, when I posted that, there was this question that was asked over and over again. Yes, people were like, oh, you had a CS delivery, oh my god, you're such a strong woman, this is that. Okay, hold up, I ain't that strong. I'm not. I'm just normal, basic. I know people feel like I took it as a normal level. Like, the way people are so scared of CS. They feel like surgery. You're doing surgery to bring a human being. Guys, it's a whole big deal. Yes, it is a whole big deal. And some people actually also thought that I went through the easy way out to actually give birth to my baby. No, it's not easy, you guys. It's not easy. But vaginal birth has its own. Vaginal birth actually has its own, and CS birth actually has its own. Yes, it takes a longer time to heal. Yes, forget I was doing all those. I was healing, bro. Like, I wasn't myself. Thank you so much for the comment, strong woman, but I'm not strong. I'm just like you. I'm normal, I'm basic. I'm just a normal woman. Like, please, you guys. I'm not strong. I'm just normal. So yeah. Okay, so this question actually popped up a lot on my comment section, and my friends, I think 3 of my friends actually asked me that, so I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to answer this on this video. They asked me if the place I was open up for my first baby, because I had a CS when I had my first baby. Okay, so they asked me if it was the same cut that they actually cut the second time to remove my baby. Yes, it's the same cut, guys. The same place that the surgery was taking place the first time, it's actually the same place that they removed my second baby. So excuse me. So yeah, it's the same place I actually had my 2 babies. Like, they don't give you a new stitch. Like I think that's the old school, I guess. You know, during those days, I think they said they open from the middle of the tummy, like all the way like high up like this, and just, you know what I mean. So creepy. So yeah, anyways, there's another question that was asked. What is it? Okay guys, the second question I was actually asked was the hospital I actually gave birth in. Okay, so this is not an ad. I actually promised the hospital that I was actually going to give them a review in case I blow in future. Yes, so the services were great, and they didn't actually want me to film my birth video, but I had to, you know, make a lot of promises and all of that for this to happen. So yeah, that's why they actually ended up allowing me to actually do the video. Yes, so it was Kelina Hospital in Gwarinpa, yes, at First Avenue. It was a great hospital. The services were great. Everything was so amazing. You know, the first time I had my baby there, it wasn't so great, you guys. Like, trust me, it wasn't so great. But the second time was amazing. Not just because of the birth video. And if you haven't watched my birth video, you guys, if you haven't watched my birth video, it's going to be somewhere up here. So please go on and watch that video. I love you, has to do so. Yes, but it wasn't actually the same hospital I gave birth in. Yes, let me tell you why. Okay, so basically, you know, during pregnancy, if you're familiar with pregnancy, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so during pregnancy, you're giving malaria drugs, anti-malaria drugs rather, to take during the first trimester, the second trimester, and the third trimester. Yes, so it was actually my fault that I actually had malaria, guys. I actually ended up being sick. Yes, I had malaria towards the end of my pregnancy, and it was my fault because I didn't actually take the malaria drugs I was supposed to take. Yes, I think I took just one, and I didn't just like the way my system reacted to it. I felt so sick, I felt so weak and nauseous when taking that drug. So I'm like, I stopped. I even told the doctor, I'm like, yeah, you guys, I'm gonna stop this drug. Like I can't continue with the drug. So I actually ended up stopping the drugs, and I had malaria towards the end of my pregnancy. Yes, so I was 38 weeks when I realized I had malaria. One night, I started to feel sick. I started to feel weak. I was vomiting, running temperature. My stomach was around, you know, I put up a little drama that night. Yes, so my husband was like, okay, fine, what's up, what do you want us to do? I'm like, okay, let's go to the hospital. I went to the hospital that I was registered in. And you guys, on getting to the hospital, we did not just, you know, expect what we saw, but we got there. Like, yeah, so the services were so bad. Even though I knew I registered in those hospitals, they did not care. They didn't care. Actually, they did not care. They were telling us to go to this building, go to that building, go to me. That was sick. Oh, I was the one running about with sickness. You guys, I was with my husband, but they said I had to run tests, so I had to follow him. They were so, as in the lift was something else. The lift was so dirty. They were not, I know it was in the night, but I mean, you guys, it's a private hospital, you guys. Like, I never expected it. It's actually a big private hospital in this Abuja, but I just don't want to call names. Yes, so everything was just so bad. And you know, when it was time for treatment, they said they were not going to give me treatment except I get admitted. My husband was like, won't you give her something to tame her temperature and all of that? They said no, they have to get admitted. Okay, well, my husband was like, okay, fine, go ahead, get her admitted. So they were like, they can't get me admitted because their rooms are full with patients, so we have to wait for the patients to go first before they will now admit us. That's when my husband lost it. He lost it. My husband was like, fine, carry yourself, we're going home. So when we went home, the sickness actually continued, and I was even getting more worse. We actually ended up coming back in the morning to the hospital. And when we got there to the hospital, they were still mean and rude. You can imagine, this is a hospital I was already doing antenatal and all of that. In fact, the antenatal is the worst. The antenatal is just one time in a month, guys, just one time in a month. How? Me, I believe in physical class. Like, I learn more physically, yes. But the antenatal class were just like once in a month, which doesn't make any sense to me, number one. So yeah, so we went back to the hospital, and my husband actually, you know, met this doctor that he was actually familiar with, which actually ended up, you know, making things easy for us. So he spoke to the other doctors for them to actually come and run tests on us, and you know, gave me something to actually tame my temperature and make me feel better, and gave me something to actually feel better for the time being. Then they ran some tests, guys, and they came back that I have coronavirus. Guys, I had coronavirus. My husband came to me and like, babe, they say you have coronavirus. So me, I'm like, hey, I don't understand, because like coronavirus, how? Like how? You guys saw my pregnancy, I wasn't going out. So how the I get coronavirus? Like how? So guys, the settings I have a coronavirus, if I come to give birth, they would bounce me. Just look at that. Just look at that. So anyways, me, I was confused. I'm like, really? So what should we do? Like, how should we go about the whole thing? That's how they said that I have to go for a 14 days isolation center somewhere. I'm like, isolation center, pregnant woman. Even though I never had coronavirus, if I go to the isolation center, I must get the coronavirus. I must. Anyways, it just not just sound right. It sounded so stupid. I didn't just understand what they were saying. It just sounded off. I'm like, mind you guys, I was supposed to give birth in 3 days time. You guys, 3 days time. So how do you expect me to actually go to an isolation center and spend 14 days and actually pass my freaking due date and give birth in the isolation center? Does that make any sense? Like, does that make any sense? Anyways, yeah, they said I had coronavirus. So like, I lost it myself. Like, I didn't even need to wait for my husband to do this. I lost it myself. Like, babe, I'm hungry, I beg, please. I was already better, like, I was already okay. I was just hungry. Please, let's go home. And then this man ended up taking me home, and we ended up buying something. So I and my husband got home, and then we decided that we are not using the hospital. You guys, we already registered in the hospital. We already paid for blood. We already did a lot of things. Like, in fact, I was ready to have my surgery there, but see what happened. You see, I was like, my village people, best my village people, they don't catch me finally. Because I don't understand how I did not get sick throughout the whole pregnancy. It's now 3 days to delivery that I got sick. Guys, it's almost like when they told me I had the coronavirus, like I became well at once, like immediately. I got better immediately. So when my husband got home, we decided that we actually don't want to go with that hospital anymore, because we're like, what are we doing? And we ended up changing our hospital like at a very, very, very freaking late. Like, we're so late to change hospital. Like, when we got to Kelena Hospital, they actually, you know, opened their whole arms for us. They accepted us because, I mean, they were familiar with us, number one. Number two, I don't know, I just feel like Kelena, there's something they're doing right there. There's something they're doing right. The services were actually more expensive, maybe because I did not do antenatal with them. So yeah, that's what happened to me. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for sitting back and actually listening to me rant on here. Like, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you guys actually like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Help a baby girl out here, you know. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Subscribe, like my videos, share, comments, help a baby girl out, you know. And I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.